and welcome into the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We are here today for the Esports Tower Rumble in Rocket League, where the talented all-star teams of the Esports Tower compete every 2 weeks in a standalone event. Tonight, we wrap up our Week 6 Rocket League Rumble with the Cup games, all Esports Tower affair, some new faces, an Esports Tower team that's been dominating the last few weeks. And we'll see if they can finally be stopped here tonight. I'm your host, Michael Fisher. Helping me call all of the action is Jacob Jem Palmer. And Jem, we get a lot of teams we've been used to seeing, the Lions, Hammerheads, who are new. And I think there's really one question at the top of everyone's mind that we'll answer at the very end of our show, so you got to stay tuned, is can the Lions become that next Barracudas, that next Ghost, that next Milford, insert whatever team you want. They have not lost a Rumble game, let alone a series, a Rumble game, Jem, in 3 weeks. Coming into tonight, they are undefeated in Week 5 and undefeated heading into our Cup games tonight.
Well, I think the question isn't necessarily whether the Lions can become sort of the next Barracudas, but really a team like the Hammerheads can become the next Barracudas, because if anything this past semester has taught us, it's that the talent level that is going into Esports Tower every single week just seems to be increasing, and we're seeing more and more of these teams out of nowhere just sweep it. So I'm excited to see how this completely new team the Hammerheads are doing, but you are right in saying that the Lions, they were a pretty unstoppable force last Rumble, so we'll see how they do today.
Here is the breakdown for how our Cup games will work tonight. We'll have the Mammoths and Gators face off in the Breakout Cup. The winner of that will take on the Scorpions in our third-place Fennec Cup game. And then at the end of the night, we'll have our Octane Cup between the Lions and the Hammerheads to determine who is your Week 6 champion. Again, the Lions have looked dominant. As Jem mentioned, the Hammerheads actually came out of nowhere. They played the Lions incredibly close. I mean, it's a team completely different. We haven't even seen the Hammerheads logo in several months, but a completely new team from back then. And we will see how everybody finishes the night. Again, Lions, Hammerheads, Scorpions, Gators, and Mammoths. Before we kick it off, we do want to remind everybody on Twitch to support your team, celebrate their successes, be respectful to the other fans, and mods will violate anyone who violates the chat rules. So it's going to be Mammoths and Gators kicking it off. Winner will take on the Scorpions. Before we do that, let's throw it over to Doc's Keys of the Game, though, as well. Presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Create mistakes. Punish the double commit. Don't overstay and bump opponents to disrupt. And you got to add a subsection on there. Make sure you dodge those bumps, because we have seen these Esports Tower players come out with a vengeance after game 1, because these are very long series. These are all best-of-7 series. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up at esportstower.com. We're kicking things off with the Breakout Cup here, Jem. Mammoths and Gators in a best-of-7. Winner will face the Scorpions in our Phoenix Cup. Both these teams kind of stumble, but they're both very strong teams who can really explode at any time given the chance.
Yeah, it seems like the Gators in particular had a really rough go at it last week, so any sort of redemption that they can look for, just pulling out any sort of cup victory can maybe help them. I'm sure that they've gone over a lot of topics with their coaches, so we'll see how it all works out for them. For the Mammoths, though, this roster has been seeing a lot of improvement over the last few weeks and have been putting some extra effort into practice. So both these teams, I'm sure, have been practicing a lot from what they've done last week. We'll see how it works out for them, and it works out great as a first start for I believe, the Mammoths are going to go up 1-0.
Yeah, the Mammoths got a great early goal. Nearly had an own goal there from Wi-Fi as we see Endercrafter launch it down on net, cleared away here. The Mammoths, a team we've talked about at times. They can play with the best of them, but they've had some ups and downs. The Gators, a little bit lower ranked team, but have had some great moments right now. They have a great chance to score, and they will. And they'll tie it up at 1-1.
Now just 30 seconds, and it seems like the game has restarted. And off of this kickoff, a great start for Fiery there. But it's going to be answered back very quickly by the Mammoths. Seems like it's a bit of ping pong right now. Fight for side control going on as Fiery's trying to corral the ball. We see a demo be brought out from the Mammoths, but it isn't really going to help them gain the control that they need. They're going to have to look for a clear.
Not Earth's going to grab it in the corner. Mammoths can't find the clear. There is Protato, who's able to get a huge clear, trying to center it up to a teammate, but can't quite do it. Now Alltac has a chance, but just gets knocked off the ball. And now it's Not Earth once again, but that gets dunked away, and these teams very even here in the last 45 seconds.
Alrighty, we're going to see how the Gators can do right now. They have the opportunity to get a goal as it is pushed around, but it looks like Endercraft there looking for his clear. Going to be stopped there by Altac. Dangerous situation for the Gators as the Mammoths look for their side control. Not Earth going to be driving it around the corner, looking for the centering. Stolen away by Wi-Fi, though. That's a great play to keep it in center field.
Protato can't get it clear. Huge shot on goal, bar down, but it hits the other crossbar as well. An unfortunate chance there for the Gators, and now they make a great defense, but there's one more follow-up here from Endercrafter. He goes high out the back of the net. Nobody gets the ball. Finally, it's cleared away by a member of the Gators. And now Altac looking to center it up, gets stolen away, and these teams going back and forth here. The Gators even feeling like the better team here.
Oh, as it is in front of the Gators' goal. Opportunity here for the Mammoths, especially after recovering from the great shot that Wi-Fi had. Not Earth is going to center it up. It's right in front of the goal. Open for Ender, but he doesn't quite get the tap that he wants. That opens it up very much for the Gators to get a great clear, but they are going to get demoed. The Mammoths want that soccer ball back and going to try yet again for a goal, and a very clutch save by Altac.
This is a great setup there, but a huge save. Endercrafter trying one more time, bouncing in front of the net, but does get cleared away by Fiery. Not Earth able to make a move around one. Now looking to play it off the ceiling, maybe over to a teammate, maybe to hits it off the crossbar. Once again, another great attempt by the Mammoths. They have had so many good shots. We'll see if they get one more here, but unfortunately Endercrafter was a bit high.
Ball cleared back toward the center. Protato in center field. Shot there by Mammoths, just a little bit off to the left of the left post. He's going to try Not Earth, trying to get it back. He does. Now he's going to be driving it around. Great play around there. It is open, but it has to be defended by Protato, who was met by the Gators in midfield. Now Ender has the opportunity here. Nice disruption there by the Gators. But again, another shot just
that's
barely.
The one that goes in. I don't know how that one was the one that went in. They had so many chances, Jem. I don't know how they hit the crossbar, and then finally just a random slow roller ends up getting in. I believe that was Not Earth who scored that one. Maybe looking for one more, as now it looks like the Mammoths starting to feel things out a little bit.
And it seems like they are off to the races now. The kickoff's going to go in their favor. Back to center with Not Earth there, but a little bit of a tap by Fiery is going to make it a little bit harder for the Mammoths to get back control. Protato is going to rotate back, gets demoed in the process of doing so, but another very crucial demo. That's kind of a defensive demo for the Mammoths. That took out the main person who was going to get the shot on goal there for the Gators. So great play. They want to keep their 2-goal lead. Some great air dribbling. He's just going to put it right into the goal. Not Earth doing a little bit of showing off there.
That was a fantastic solo goal by Not Earth. Really probably putting this game closer and closer to out of reach here for the Gators. 4-1, 50 seconds left here in game one. Make it 5-1. Not Earth's got the hat trick. And I think the Mammoths have come alive here after a sluggish start and look like they're going to win game one pretty easily.
Looks that way. It isn't out of the realm of possibility, but Gators would need to score a goal basically every 10 seconds here. So I'm not pretty sure that it's going to happen. All they really need to do is do some side control right now, and the Mammoths will have it. A little bit of a stutter there, and it seems like a lot of players stuttering around the soccer ball as well, but it seems like everyone's all reset. In the corner, picks up the 100 boost, trying to get the clear, but it's going to be just tapped by Ender. Now to Protato. And just a little bit of a whiff there on the shot on goal. But really, it doesn't really matter right now. It's too big of a lead for the Gators, so they will just have to go to game number 2 and hopefully fix some things up.
I mean, the first 2 minutes of this game were fantastically played by the Gators. It was 1-1. They were surviving all of the chances that the Mammoths had, but unfortunately, once those chances stopped hitting off the crossbar and went to the back of the net, the floodgates opened. So the Mammoths take game 1 here in our Breakout Cup. Again, the winner of this will advance to play the Scorpions in our Fennec Cup for the 3rd place game. So I think the Mammoths played a very good game. I think they probably had 2 or 3 shots that go in, or if they're a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, they hit the crossbar a lot. The Gators got to really work on trying to get those clears because they gave the Mammoths just way too many chances.
Yeah, the side control was definitely in the favor of the Mammoths. It was just kind of one of those simple arithmetic things that more shots on goal. Eventually, some of them's got to go in. But I also got to give credit to the Mammoths for that great demo that we saw defensively, because really there was one player for the Gators who was getting ready for the shot on goal. I was expecting it, but they were able to take them out before it even happened. So we usually talk about demos in terms of something that happens on offense, getting rid of a goalkeeper. But if you see there's only one player really for the offensive drive for the other team, and taking them out before they can even get a shot on goal, that's another way that the Mammoths did so well.
That's going to be the one thing that I think the Gators might struggle with adapting to, is the Mammoths have really, we talk Doc's keys all the time as we kick off game 2, bump and demo to disrupt, bump and demo to disrupt. The Mammoths are getting a ton of demolitions, and they get a huge clear there, and it looks like we've actually switched sides, so the Mammoths will now be in blue. And there was another huge demo from Endercrafter, make it 2. I think he wanted the ball over the demo on that one. But once again, the Mammoths are just demoing everything in sight.
It's making it really hard for the Gators to find their footing. As Protato drives it up the field, leaves it up for Endercrafter, who gets the first goal 30 seconds into the match.
It's a great goal by Endercrafter. Really was the only one who didn't score in game 1, so now he's on the board as well. And it looks like a chance for Altac. It's a great challenge there. Tries to go airborne for it. Risky back pass right in front of the net. Endercrafter, though, ends up corralling it. Gets some great interference run by his teammate, and Endercrafter will score a second.
And it's just kind of the disruption that's the Mammoths' main strength right now. The Gators get the better of that kickoff. We'll see what they can make out of it, but it's quickly stolen away by Ender again, who might be going for a third already just a minute in, but it's set up for Not Earth. And a demo also is going to go through there. It looks like the Gators this time, so that's kind of a main thing, is using that bump and demo to disrupt. The Gators have been playing the rosters together for a few weeks and have gotten some good experience together. And I think, as we'll see as this match goes on, the more experience they can get playing against the Mammoths, the better they'll be able to play around them.
Oh, great pass from Endercrafter to Not Earth, but it gets turned away, unfortunately, by the crossbar. Bit of a double commit there by the Mammoths. That's going to open things up, allow Altac play this off the wall, try and center it up for a teammate. They look for a pinch. Gets turned away. Fiery can't keep it alive either. So now Endercrafter and the Mammoths can look to set up an attack here with just 2 minutes gone by. Great steal by Altac over in the corner. Centers it up for Fiery, who's going to rip a shot, but Endercrafter was right there.
Ooh, nice steal from the Mammoths. Going to be driving it up again, centering, but just a little bit spiked down a little bit too fast there. The Mammoths do have the side control. That's the main thing that helped them. They're going to do just a little bit of a pass back toward the ground toward Protato. It's going to be grounding it, waiting for Ender, setting it up, and it just goes a little bit to the right post and gets saved by the Gators.
Mammoths have had a lot of double commits so far, but really haven't been punished too much by the Gators. As we see there, a pass down to Not Earth, looking to hit it on net, spikes it in, but it hits off the crossbar. Follow-up turned away by the Gators. Some great defense there. Endercrafter actually misses on the ball on the wall, and that's going to force a reset here for the Mammoths.
There goes Protato. Going to kind of stop that centering from going forward. Needs to save it. Nice. Quick rotate back, and is going to leave it for Ender. Picks up his corner boost, and a demo right in midfield. Wi-Fi rotates in immediately, trying to maintain the side control. The Gators have got with a shot on goal, and a nice save there by the Mammoths. Are going to keep their lead alive.
Oh, huge clear by the Mammoths. Fiery's right there. Going to pop it up in the air. Not Earth with a great dunk over Wi-Fi. Here comes Protato. Gonna lob it in on net. It will roll past everybody, and it's 3-0.
It's one of those unfortunate things. Just rotating up a bit too far up the field, but I think we're in a position where the Gators aren't going to have that much of a choice. They're going to have to really try to get more aggressive and sometimes leave some open goals if they just want to try to even this score up. but they need to get a clear first. The main thing they struggled with in the first game. Going to set it up toward midfield. Drives it over the midfield line. Now Not Earth with a bit of air dribbling. Going to set it up for another teammate. Protato pushing it up the field. Leaves it for Ender. Tries to get just the right shot. But they still have side control. They still have plenty of time. They're still very much in the driver's seat.
Ball does slip past Not Earth, but Ender's right there, still looking for that hat trick, but the Gators defense holding strong. They do basically triple commit on that ball. And no punish from the Mammoths. Now Alltag with a great chance here, but Not Earth is already back in that goalie box, holding it strong, and now racing in on a wide open net. Bit of a miscommunication, but kind of pulled up there and ended up giving away a goal.
Well, we have just about half a minute left in round two. Mammoths look like they're probably going to be going on to a 2-0 lead in this first cup match. Protato, look at that. That is just a pure brute force, I believe.
That was a phenomenal goal, making sure he's sticking with it, because the Mammoths had some issues hitting the crossbar recently, especially in this series, as that ball stopped mid-clear and with 15 seconds on the clock. And oh, Ender just missing what would have been his hat trick goal. Looks like the Mammoths will go up 2-0 in this series, be halfway to facing the Scorpions in the Fennec Cup. And really a great showing here in game two. This is a complete game from the Mammoths. 4-0, a shutout. Really not many offensive chances at all for the Gators. What a showing there for the Mammoths in game two.
I think the main thing that the Gators really have to focus on is just they have to take this one step at a time, because it's the clearing that really, and I think maybe they need to plan I'm sure they are. I don't want to get too much into predicting or thinking what's going through the players' minds right now, but maybe just trying to strategize things a little more in terms of like setting it up. Okay, I'm going to be the one who clears this. The other two can rotate up the field with it, because there have been some times where I've seen them kind of all bunched up in front of the goals just trying to get saves and then just trying to get a clear. But sometimes working at that. And also, we don't see it as often, but clearing the ball at an angle off the wall. You know, you don't have to try to aim for the goal with every clear. Just clearing at an angle, making it more different for the other team to just hit it right back off the rebound and maintain side control can go a long way too.
Clearing at an angle is huge, as you mentioned. We've talked about it from time to time in Doc's Keys, because, as you said, it prevents teams from just basically predicting where that ball is going to fly. It prevents teams from being able to just stop it at that midfield stripe. If we get another shot here by the Mammoths, that immediately hits off the crossbar. And we'll see what the Gators can do here. Alltech trying to dribble it upfield, gets stolen away by Protato, who's racing down now into the corner, looking for a teammate, has one, but I think got bumped from behind and ended up having that ball launch a little further than he wanted to.
Fiery is going to elevate up. Unable to really get the clear that they were looking for. Protato now, I think, okay, I wasn't quite sure. It looked like right before that demo happened that would have been the right angle for a shot on goal, but it got cleared off to the corner. Now the Mammoths are going to be looking for their clear.
Well, that is a huge carry by Ender. Puts it right in front of the net for Not Earth. That is a great play by Endercrafter, who's playing maybe their best Rocket League we've seen them play so far in these first few games.
Fiery again, a nice elevate up there. Gonna be looking to set it up. Ender and Not Earth are gonna be going up the side though. Look at that shot though, just toward the right. And a nice demo from the Gators there. That's what they're gonna need to get themselves a little bit of extra time here. Gonna be looking for their clear, but they can't find it.
Goal ends up going over to Not Earth, I believe. That one just kind of snuck in. Mammoths are playing really strong. A little bit awkward kickoff there. We've seen a lot of teams in the Esports Tower starting to experiment with more of those banana kickoff strategies where you peel wide and basically try and predict where your opponent's going to hit it. As Protato sets it up perfectly in front of the net. The follow-up, unfortunately, from Not Earth is wide, so now Wi-Fi and company going to be able to dribble this one up the field, at least for a moment. Does get stolen away by Ender, but Fiery's right there, but you got to clear it at an angle, basically past it to a member of the Mammoths. A double commit comes out from the Gators. Finally, Alltech able to at least get it on the orange side for a brief moment.
Protato is going to be waiting for the shot from the Gators. Now they're going to be setting it up. Unfortunately, just not able to follow up there is going to give the Mammoths the ability to clear it. Now Altac driving it up the field again, leaving it, actually going to follow it up. And a nice follow-up from Fiery there is going to help them get their goal. That's going to be a goal by Fiery, who the Gators coaches have been really playing up. As the coaches have mentioned before, Fiery... Oh! Well, then the Mammoths aren't even going to let me get my praise out, but I'm going to do it anyway. Fiery, the one who just got the goal for the Gators, has been super attentive and engaged player who works hard to fix problems in his own play and team play. He has strong motivation to improve, and it shows as the Gators are only one goal within the league. Actually make it 2 goals now, because again, the Mammoths didn't let me finish my point.
Mammoths just scored right on the kickoff there. Some great play here from the Gators. Altac almost had a chance. Bit of another double commit from the Mammoths. Actually, that might have been a triple commit. Oh, if Altac could have fielded that ball cleanly. That was a wide open goal. Still might have a chance here. Wi-Fi puts it in front of the net. Fiery tried to recenter, just couldn't quite get there. Altac racing in as well. Couple of errors here for the Mammoths has let the Gators almost sneak back into it. There's a huge demo, but just kind of let the ball roll in front of the net as Protato and Altac basically go chasing each other around. Now Wi-Fi has a great opportunity, but a huge save right in front of the net by Not Earth.
Altac with a nice center there, was centering it up. Unfortunately, a whiff from the Gators, but I liked what I saw there. They're going to rotate back, though, look for their clear and try it again, but not if Entercrafter is just going to drive it right toward the goal, just a little bit off the left post there. Now a quick elevate up there by Altac. Oh, nice answer from the Gators. Going to make it harder. Mammoths make it harder for the Gators to drive up the field. But a little tap there from Fiery, answered back by Protato. Was able to take the boost on the corner. Is going to rotate back. Just wait a little bit longer for the Mammoths to make their next play.
Oh, that is a huge clear by Protato. That's going to be right in front of the net. It's a 1-on-3. As somehow Wi-Fi is able to make a fantastic save. That is a phenomenal performance for the Gators defensively. And as I say that, the ball ends up bouncing in for Protato, picking up his second.
But still a great play from Wi-Fi, who, as we've been told, has improved a lot mechanically and has really upped their play recently. So getting to a consistent level of air roll and hard shots make the player a shooting machine on the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see more attempts from the Gators. They're going to have to get some more attempts in their next game, though, because they're going to be driven to match point as the Mammoths look to get another win here.
Oh, it's huge for Fiery, but it's just left of the net. That goal might have kept their hopes alive, but as Not Earth clears this down and the Mammoths look for one more, as you said, Jim. I think the Gators are going to have to try on a match point here. Scary spot there. Everybody in front of the net. They end up sneaking it past a couple members of the Mammoths. They have 2 near midfield. Altac's got to get there, but it gets turned away.
Ooh, nice centering there. Ender is just going to be able to push it back toward their own goal, leave it toward the other players to try to get the clear. Now here goes the clear from Ender. Nice playing it off the wall like we were talking about. Makes it very hard for the Gators to clear back. They have side control now. If they had more time, maybe another goal, but overall great play by the Mammoths, who now go on to their match point.
Winner of this will move on to the Fennec Cup, play the Scorpions. So the Mammoths hoping to wrap this one up so they don't have to watch those games rack up and then try and be fatigued and take on the Scorpions. But a phenomenal job, really, by the Mammoths. I feel like they've been improving every single game so far in the series. Game 1 was kind of close. Game 2 and 3 were really, really strong. And again, when we talked about the Gators, I mean, you know, they're having these brief moments, Jem, where they can compete with the Mammoths, where they're winning engagements, but there's too many triple commits in front of the net. There's too many just kind of solo possessions, but I think this is a Gators team that is getting better and better every single game as well, and given some more coaching, given the chance of odd review this series, I think they're going to get better from it, and we'll see if Fiery, Wi-Fi, or maybe even their third member, Altac, can make a play here, get us to a Game 5. Well,
that's the main thing that we've been hearing from the coaches just about the Gators, about each individual player, has just been their real dedication to practicing and improving. So I have no doubt that the Gators are going to have more material to go over for this particular match and get even better as we see them next week.
Oh, Potato dribbling up the field, gets hit in the back, but it will not matter. That's some great interference there by Endercrafter, who goes boom at the end there. That is the textbook bump and demo the goalie and let somebody else just drive it in. Easy first goal for the Mammoths.
The Mammoths are going to gain control of this after. Ooh, nice little try attempt there at a steal from the Gators. And I think one other thing that the Gators can probably improve on just a little bit, just a suggestion, is just that overall consistency. We've also heard from the coaches that that's one thing that the Mammoths have been working on too, is we've seen kind of a lot of near misses, but we've seen, I've seen multiple times where there's an attempt to try to elevate up by the Gators, and then they just kind of whiff on the ball just a little bit, or don't try to get necessarily the best tap, and that just comes with working in practice field and just drilling routine and trying to get the best angles that you can.
Oh, Potato ends up bailing out on that centering attempt. Endercrafter is deep downfield. We get a huge demolition onto the goalie. That net is wide open. Give it to Not Earth. They get a goal, and the Mammoths up 2.
Just a little bit over a minute into this match, and great kickoff by Endercrafter with just those flips to get there first, but right now it looks like the other two members of the Mammoths just kind of peeled off to get some boost, and all of them are going to have plenty of it to get the second goal of this game. That's also going to go to Potato.
That looked like all the members of the Gators had also peeled off. I mean, that net was wide open. It was a 1-on-3 for about 15 seconds. Finally, the Mammoths scored. As we see that one just barely missed. Endercrafter basically waiting in front of the net, trying to cherry pick an assist. It looked like they wanted the pinch play off Not Earth and Potato, but weren't able to find it. They center it back up, and the Gators at least able to get it clear, but Potato already back in net. Runs into his own teammate. Mammoths have got to work on that. Even though they've been winning, they've had a lot of double commits, Jim. Uh-oh.
Oh, but a wide open net. I mean, that's kind of the opposite of a double commit. Just a no commit is also really bad.
Once the Gators have cleared the ball, they've struggled determining who needs to, as you mentioned, who needs to get back in rotation, who needs to be the third player, because they've had a lot of wide open nets in this series, but that things that comes with practice, comes with playing together, and it looks like it's going to happen again here as Endercrafter will pick up his first of the fourth game and put the Mammoths pretty soundly in front here with 2 minutes gone by. 5-0 in game 4.
That's a nice kickoff from the Gators, though. They're going to maintain that side control. They want to try to find their first here. But a nice read is going to push it back over, clear it toward the left of the field where there really weren't any Gators to defend. Now they've rotated over, trying to maintain their own side control. I think, I don't know, do we have a Rule 1 in the goal?
No.
I don't know.
They're kind of like they were staring at each other. We definitely had something going on in the goal.
There's something.
Oh, that one barely misses by Not Earth. Excuse me, that was Potato who tries to lob it in. I don't really know what's going on in the Mammoths goal right now. Maybe we'll get another shot at it here. Maybe it is a Rule 1? No, it's not. It's just pure silliness, Jim, is what's happening.
I just, at least having a little bit of ability to still have some fun, It's probably maybe a concede from the Gator. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but just the ability to kind of just still have some fun in this game, not get too tilted, just work towards improving. This would be a real good time, actually, to kind of do those consistency drills that I was talking about a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great way to practice some things. Now it looks like we're all back and focused in there.
It might have been maybe some sort of, I'm just speculating here, but it might have been some sort of connection issue, like maybe through the chat or comms, one person said, hey, my mouse isn't working, or I'm having internet issues, and said, okay, we'll give you a minute or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen that done before. The esports tower teams usually do a really good job of sportsmanship, and if somebody disconnects, playing a 2-on-2 or something like that. I mean, I would assume that was the case. Maybe somebody disconnected. Maybe they had to go get the door for the UPS man. You never know. But I think regardless of that, the Mammoths are going to come out on top here. One more chance for the Gators. Not quite able to find it. But, maybe they will end up getting a goal, and they will. They will score. It's all tack. At least putting the Gators on the board, avoiding the shutout.
And a bit of a demo right in the vicinity of the kickoff there. Fiery is trying to fight upfield. Nice play there in the middle. I like that to keep that side control. Really rotated in fast there. Now an elevate from Protato, unable to find the clear. Fiery, unfortunately just a little bit of a whiff there. It's just a little bit of that consistency we were talking about. But I'm sure that the Gators are going to continue to improve and move on as a really formidable team in the future. For just right now, though, under 10 seconds, just a mere formality at this point, letting the timer run out.
Mammoth is going to pick this one up as soon as the ball touches the ground. So they will get the quick 4-0 here, be able to move on to the Fennec Cup to be able to take on the Scorpions. Whenever this ball does touch the ground, though, we were talking about working on the consistency. I do feel like I'm really in the training tool right now. We are practicing our final second place. Finally, they knock each other out of the way. Mammoths are the winners. They will advance to our Fennec Cup. They will play the Scorpions for third place in our Week 6 here for the Rocket League Rumble. But a fantastic job by the Mammoths. Again, I think the Gators working on their just consistency, working on little things like knowing when to rotate back, knowing when to rotate forward. Things like that are going to get the Gators better and better in very, very short time. I absolutely know this team is going to be able to compete. But you can see, going at it alone can only get you so far. If you want to increase your chances of success, Jem, as we saw, you got to level up your teaming skills. It felt like everybody from the Mammoths was in sync on that one. Ender, Not Earth, Potato, basically with some insane setup play, some insane defense, some great rotations as well. You can see how good this Mammoths team can be when they're performing at their best like we know they can. The Esports Tower really takes time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I want to give a shout out to all the coaches, and if you're watching and you haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs yet, you should. It is the fast track to rank up. We will take a quick break, Jem. We'll come back with our Fennec Cup. It'll be the Mammoths and the Scorpions. Any final thoughts, though, on our Breakout Cup and that Mammoths victory?
I think the main things are just going to be trying to get the clears just a little bit fixed up. But the main thing that I think for both teams is just going to be working on that shot consistency, is just the ability to be a little bit more accurate. It's just one of the fundamentals of the game. It's something that you can easily practice in the practice arena, and we know, definitely talking with the coaches, that the Gators and Mammoths are teams full of really talented individuals.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
into this broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble. We're broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It's Rocket League. It's Week 6. It's Cup Stage action. The Mammoths just defeated the Gators in the Breakout Cup, and now they're going to move on to play the Scorpions in the Fennec Cup. A winner will claim third place in this week's Rumble. Fish and Jem calling all of the action. But before we get into that, though, Jem, we do want to take a moment to congratulate all the players of the Esports Tower clubs who have graduated and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower club members have received over $1.2 million in scholarships awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but have worked hard academically as well and have earned these scholarship opportunities. The players that receive these scholarships are talented, hardworking, and driven. We could not be more excited and proud to see all of the opportunities that these players are getting at the next level. So big congratulations to all of the club members. And as the dollar screens flash in front of us for one more time here, Jem, we now can focus in on the Fennec Cup. It will be the Mammoths taking on the Scorpions. And the Mammoths, a pretty resounding win over the Gators, but that was not a perfect series nonetheless. I mean, they had some double commits, some issues that I think definitely they need to clean up in that short time between Cup 1 and Cup 2 for them, because they are going to be in for a very tough matchup against this Scorpions team.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of a nice change of pace, I assume. I like the kind of the idea that the team that does well kind of in the Breakout Cup, it really kind of is the Breakout Cup, because if you win, you move up to the higher tier of play.
True.
And so the Mammoths get a very good chance to show their abilities against the Scorpions, which as a higher ranked team in the overall championship stage, any sort of mistakes that you make on consistency or shot making is really going to be punished heavier as you get into some of these higher ranked teams.
Yeah, and the best of 7 format. They already had a win 4. Now they've got to win 4 more. We'll see if fatigue becomes an issue. But before we hop into our Fennec Cup to crown third place, let's hand it over to Doc's Keys of the Game, presented by Esports Tower. Create mistakes, punish the double commit, don't overstay, and bump opponents to disrupt. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You can match with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Well, it's time to kick it off here in our Fennec Cup. Scorpions taking on the Mammoths in what could be a very close series. Scorpions had a strong showing in our group stage. Just lost out on a chance to make our Octane Cup, which we'll see later tonight, losing the final match of the round robin to the Hammerheads. Mammoths have had a fight tooth and nail, but this is a team that the coaches tell us has the chance to make it consistently to the Fennec Cup, has the chance to be able to compete for Octane Cups in the future. So we know they're capable of pulling this off. We'll see what they can do against the Scorpions, which is a stacked roster of mechanical players that are great in solo queue, but just need to figure out their team play as Endercrafter and company in the orange try and set something up. But Z Hydra, Greed, and Sadness looking for a play here. Ball already on the orange side. Sadness can't quite steal that clear away either.
Looks like just a little bit of a hiccup there is going to be remedied, and we are back to the action here. As the Scorpions are looking to try to get a clear here. This was the strength for the Mammoths last time. It's their ability to get the side control. Nice shot there by Protato. He's just going to leave it for a follow-up. Unfortunately, unable to waterfall that down into the goal. Now they rotate back. They're going to try to stop this clear from the Scorpions here. A nice play there by the Scorpions, just pushing it toward the goal there. The save from the Mammoths are going to keep it tied at 0-0.
Huge clear from Ender. Notter's going to go up for it, but Sadness makes a fantastic save. Even gets the follow-up touch. Ender will barely dunk it over Greed, who is racing in, but I don't think there's a follow-up. Oh, what could have been? Z Hydra ended up missing on that one. Mammoths barely keep it alive, but Greed will lob it right back. A miss there from the Mammoths. Chance for Z Hydra to score the game's first goal, or maybe even set up a teammate, but no one's there in rotation.
Now we have about a minute and a half that has passed in this match. Staying true to this game's soccer heritage, still tied at 0-0. Now they're trying to find their clear here, driving it around the corner, but nice little disruption from Z Hydra. Greed is going to push it up the field. No, gets stolen away by the Mammoths, who, again, I think for this first game, they have been really good at maintaining side control.
Oh, Ender gets a good shot. Z Hydra with a huge clear. Potato is able to get to it, though. Going to go up on the wall. Does lose control of his dribble, but at least able to clear it past Greed, who runs into Z Hydra. It's a great chance here for the Mammoths, but Endercrafter's shot goes wide and cannot get the follow-up either.
Hear a demo be brought out there. Looks like we are respawn to full health here, though, for both teams. Sadness going to push it back up the field, prevent the clear from the Mammoths. It needs to be driven around the corner for the center, but Ender is able to get there before Scorpions are able to play. Now Not Earth is going to try to set it up. Greed with a pop up into the air, leaving an unfortunate whiff there. That's going to allow the Mammoths to get there clear off the crossbar. Is there a follow-up? There is, but they had to rush in to try to get it, and the ball just didn't have the speed.
We might even see a return goal. Greed ends up forcing a huge double commit from the Mammoths, but they're able to make this save. Potato can't sneak it around Z-Hydra, but Not Earth will catch him off guard. Greed now going to clear it down, looking for a follow-up pinch onto the ground, not able to get it. Z-Hydra will score our game's first goal, a fantastic one to put the Scorpions up 1 here.
I gotta say, I like the Scorpions' kind of aesthetic choice, just in terms of how their team looks. We're seeing kind of a lot of sleek, kind of almost normal-looking sports cars. I believe I saw one was a BMW there. So we kind of have the radio-controlled and the actual cars fighting against each other. Right now, the Scorpions have their early lead. Mammoths fighting for the side control have it, but unfortunately aren't going to be able to get their goal here. They're going to try again, though, as Potato drives it toward the goal, and a nice save there from the Scorpions. Might lead to a clear. Yes, they're able to play it under the Mammoths, and now we'll see how they can get their second.
Oh, not quite able to get to it. Greed will keep it alive. I do believe all 3 members of the Scorpions are using the same car. I believe it is the BMW, as you identified, Gemma. I do like sort of the matching styles there of the Scorpions. At least has put them in front for now with 60 seconds left. They're looking for an insurance goal. There it is to Z-Hydra, but a huge save by Endercrafter. The Mammoths defense coming up big there. Now they need a goal. Ball sneaks away from 2 of them, stolen by Greed, who looks for a play off the rebound, turned away. Second hit, gonna get passed over to Z-Hydra, bar down. And the Scorpions have a 2-0 lead. It's all that team synergy.
Well, in the past Esports Rumble, we saw very effectively an all-Merc strategy work out. So it's kind of an all-BMW strategy also working out for the Scorpions. Right now they are 2 in the lead. We have about half of a minute left. We'll see how the Mammoths can do here. They're looking for their clear. They need to find one very fast and turn that into a goal, but there is the insurance goal that the Scorpions were looking for. Greed having 1, Z-Hydra 2. And I think that just about does it.
Probably needed a goal on that kickoff for the Mammoths to have a chance. I believe you're right, Jim. I think that is going to be a Game 1 win for the Scorpions, who score 3 goals in really the last 90 seconds, maybe even going to add a 4th. I think unofficially is that looks like it was a bit of an own goal.
Mistake that you can kind of, both the teams is kind of trying to fake each other off on that kickoff. Not really going to work, but at this point, the Scorpions are going to go into the end of this match up 1 in this best of 7.
Phenomenal game from the Scorpions. I mean, we see exactly why they almost made it to the Octane Cup. They pick up that win here, but again, there's still a long series. And I mean, the first 3.5 minutes were, I mean, of course, the Mammoths would have liked some goals, but I thought they had some great saves. The game really felt back and forth. Didn't feel like either team had that many chances. I would expect this series is going to be a lot closer than that Game 1 4-0 scoreline shows.
Yeah, especially one player to kind of look at that we're hearing from the coaches is going to be Z-Hydra. He's been practicing a lot, much more, not only with the coaching staff, but playing some higher-ranked players in their VODs. Of course, that's just one of the great ways to improve is just playing players at a tier level just a little bit better than yours. So the Scorpions, I think that practice is really showing off. I think we're seeing some great play for them. They're playing good, looking good with all the BMWs, and I think it's going to be difficult for the Mammoths to regain their footing, but I certainly think that they can do it. They're a very talented team, too, so we'll see how it turns out.
I mean, they're just following the golden rule, Jim. Look good, feel good, play good. And that's exactly what the Scorpions have done, is right off the kickoff. There that man is, Z-Hydra. You just shouted him out. Adds in the first goal of the game for the Scorpions.
We'll see how well the Mammoths can reset here. Looks like they're going to get control of this. It is stolen away by Sadness. Sadness is going to try to set it up in midfield, letting it waterfall down. Looked like Greed was the one to try to get the shot on goal there. Open goal from the Scorpions, though. And they are going to be able to recover. Nothing quite like a goal to recover from something like that, and they certainly tried, but Mammoths are putting up a great defense.
Oh, pass back to Sadness, ends up getting stolen away. And a great play there by the Mammoths, who really are just trying to hold on. Sadness going to pass it back, ends up getting stolen away, going to just go right towards the net. A risky back pass pays off for the Mammoths, and they tie this game up at 1.
Pinched off to the side on that kickoff. Not Earth is going to regain control of it. Ooh, trying to kind of be their own follow-up there. Sender meets right in the middle of the field with the Scorpions. They left their own goal open. Quick rotate in, though, from the Mammoths just in time. Prevented from Brent a lead from the Scorpions. So we're tied back up, 1 goal apiece. Protato gonna do a very nice air dribble over. Greed was waiting on the ground for it. Ender trying again, is gonna steal the Scorpions' own boost. Right now, the Scorpions has still managed to dribble up. Sadness trying to get a shot on goal there. Nice disruption from the Mammoths. A lot of great defense from both these teams.
Huge clear there from Ender. Not Earth is there, but a great save on that ground shot by Sadness. Demo from Not Earth going to allow Endercrafter to at least attempt a shot on net. Sadness steals it away, but it gets dunked over them at midfield. A return dunk from Greed. And so far, the Scorpions and Mammoths, I will say the Scorpions did break their sleek car design, potentially why the back or the crossbars punished them, as Greed now on the Stocktain. And Endercraft are going to go up in the air, loses the ball, but a huge demo in front of the net. Not going to result in anything, though.
Nice stop midfield by Not Earth. Scorpions looking to get their second goal here. Shot off the crossbar, follow-up from Greed is just off to the side, though. They're going to try again, though. Unfortunate whiff is going to give the Mammoths their opening to clear the ball. Off the wall there. Nice play over Greed, setting it up here. And it really didn't materialize there, but I like what I also saw from Ender there. We saw that he wasn't necessarily, dangerous situation, but no goal. He wasn't necessarily there to be a follow-up for the goal, but he was definitely placing himself there, trying to get in the faces of the Scorpions and do that disruption with their goalie that we've been talking so much about.
Another chance here for the Mammoths. Gets cleared away, kept alive for a moment there by Not Earth. Unfortunately, a whiff off the ceiling means Potato's going to have to take that. Sneaks it around 1. Gets a great rebound shot. Oh, they hit off the crossbar. One more chance. Potato will roll it in. And just like that, the Mammoths have the lead on a fantastic little play there by Potato.
Push back over to the corner. Off to the side, rather. Reed's going to be looking to dribble this up the field, plays it off the wall. Now some nice air dribbling toward the open goal. Unfortunately, I think that was a bit of a miscommunication there. We saw one of the Scorpions go in trying to kind of go for an assist there, but it looked like Greed to me was on the right path to just kind of waterfall it down into the goal. So, unfortunate.
Ooh, Potato with a nice steal, basically plays it around most of the Mammoths team. The ball's too high and just past Endercrafter, so he can't recenter it on net. That's not going to stop Not Earth from getting it back to Potato. He'll get the hat trick. Every goal for the Mammoths is in his pocket here in Game 2. And that's a 3-1 lead with 60 seconds left.
But not just the hat trick for Potato. Look at all of those saves they also have, too. A lot of great saves also from Sadness, which seems like Greed and Z Hydra are kind of the main play. Ooh. Oh, look at that goal there by Greed. It's just as I was saying, kind of Greed and Z Hydra both with 1 goal apiece are the main playmakers for Scorpions, but Sadness being the very crucial kind of brick wall of a defense that they also need to stay in the running here.
40 seconds left. Oh, that was scary. A miss there from Sadness, but Z Hydra, never mind, can't find it off the roof. Going to allow Endercrafter to lob a shot, and it just takes a funny bounce and rolls in. And the Mammoths once again have their insurance goal with 30 seconds.
It's not insurmountable, though, in a kickoff like that. Z Hydra, looks like he was about to go toward the goal, but just flipped off to the side at the last moment there. And there goes a shot up the field by the Mammoths. It's right in front. Can they try to waterfall it? Double commit there from the Scorpions. They cannot afford another goal here. Now their opening opportunity here. They need to score one right now. Greed now is going to try to set it up. Can they do it again? Indeed. Ooh, now this is interesting.
It's got to come down to the kickoff. There's only 3 seconds left, so you need the ball to go airborne. That's a good start, as Sadness will keep it alive, but cannot get there in time. And that overtime ends pretty quickly. So we have a 1-1 series. Mammoths playing really, really well. I mean, had the lead basically that whole game, but the one thing the Scorpions did is they fought back. They gave themselves an opportunity, and as we basically kind of get a reset, we now move to a best of 5. Gem, we've seen 2 games. We've seen each team win. Who do you think has the advantage for the rest of the series if you can really pick apart the differences between these 2 very close teams?
Well, if we were to look to last week, these 2 teams actually faced off against each other in the last play of the group stage. And over there, Scorpions look to be in control of that series, but it definitely seems like going over some VODs and maybe talking a little bit about the Scorpions specifically, the Mammoths do look like they have very much improved, and I think this is a very even game. I can't call it one way or the other. We're just going to have to see how this one turns out.
One thing I will say in the Scorpions win, it felt a lot more dominant. The Mammoths basically looked like they were clinging on for dear life. We'll see if that's how the rest of the series transpires here. As we have the Mammoths now in the blue, the Scorpions in the orange. And all semblance of matching BMWs have gone out the window for the Scorpions, as we see Not Earth with a great pass down to Protato, who's trying to keep it alive. And unfortunately, that did not work. Now Sadness has a great opportunity to score the game's first goal. A save is made, though, and now the Mammoths are on the attack.
Demo out there. Protato, it looked like it was on to Protato there. And he just respawned on the field, but it was just a bit too late. Scorpions getting a demo to help them get their first goal.
And a clean kickoff win to boot from Greed. Not Earth will eventually take back control. Endercrafter can't beat Sadness to it, though. Sadness trying to get a pass to a teammate, but the teammate ended up going away. Bit of a communication breakdown. A follow-up attempt from Greed will be turned away, however, and now the Mammoths can once again try to get on the offensive, but Z Hydra makes a great play to stop that clear.
Ball up for grabs is going to be taken by Z Hydra. Now it's up to Sadness. Nice centering. Oh, just a very crucial save there in front of the goal. 2 great saves for the Mammoths. There have been 3 shots on goal from the Scorpions thus far. One of them obviously got their goal. Looking for another one here. But it's not going to work out. And open goal there is dangerous and is going to be punished by the Mammoths to equalize it.
Did not expect the Scorpions to get that aggressive. Great kickoff win from Ender, but Greed hanging out on the wall, even gets it around Not Earth as well, though a couple members from both sides will miss on it. Sadness eventually regains possession, centered up there, but it just bounces over Greed, who makes some nifty plays, but unfortunately can't get a shot on the net, ends up stalling things out. Potato, it's a bit of a clear. Z Hydra gonna pass it up to Greed, who looks to center it down on the net. But unfortunately, the Mammoths defense is just too strong, and now we have another nearly open goal opportunity.
Here goes the Mammoths. A little bit of a tap there. Tap there from Endercrafter is just waiting here, unable to elevate up fast enough. Now there's the goal, the clear that they were looking for gets deflected off to the side. It's going to go right toward the goal, but an easy save there for the Scorpions. They're going to be looking for their clear, and a nice one at a bit of an angle. It's going to give them the time they need to maintain side control. Now that they've got it, they're looking for centering here, and a shot is going to be saved right at the last moment there.
Oh, Sadness nearly had a follow-up, but Endercrafter, huge clear. Greed will intercept that one as we almost have less than 2 minutes left. Z Hydra, great stop in front of the net. Potato will try one more time. Pinches it in front, but Greed is there, front post to clear it away. Now another attempt from Endercrafter. Can't even get to the ball. And we'll pop it up in the air. And going to get a great play off the corner, but it looks like the Scorpions defense will hold strong and they'll clear it away.
Cleared away now. The Mammoths looking for their clear. Off of the wall, too. Elevate there. A bit of a contest by both players is going to whiff. Greed hanging out in the backfield for the Scorpions. Going to keep it alive for them. Unfortunate double commit there. Looking for the clear by the Mammoths. Try to set it up here. Scorpions a little bit of a double commit as well. Both these teams kind of falling victim to that.
Oh, Notter's got that ball right in a great position. But Potato wasn't able to get there. Endercrafter's follow-up gets saved on the goal line by Greed. The Scorpions defense came to play here in game 3, and Greed looking to go coast to coast. Can't quite find it, but does get a huge demo. That's going to stop the Mammoths attack in its tracks with 60 seconds left.
1 minute left, and it's all tied up in this third match of the best 7. Sadness going to try to, ooh, that clear just blocked there by Endercrafter in midfield. Driven up the field there just toward the left post and pushed off to the side by Z Hydra. Now off to the corner again. Potato has to drive it around. 2 Scorpions is going to be able to do it, looks like. And with the final shot there, Not Earth is going to get the lead for the Mammoths.
Still 27 seconds left here for the Scorpions. See what they could do. They've had so many chances in this game. And it looks like for now, Sadness is going to immediately get stopped by Not Earth. You hear a demo go off on the back of the stage. Greed will at least keep it alive, but Potato is right there. 10 seconds left in this game 3. Potato, one more shot, gets turned away, but right now all this is doing is killing clock. Sadness gonna lob it down. Not Earth spikes into the ground. A great play there, and looks like that the Mammoths have a 2-1 lead in our series. Well, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights with our featured rumbles. Recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or even land one of those collegiate scholarships that we just typed up for all those past Esports Tower Club members. Very, very close series again. The Mammoths winning in nail-biting fashion, Jem, but they do it enough to win 2 straight and put themselves halfway to finishing out this series.
Yeah, they are making a very great showing here off the momentum of their first win in the Breakout Cup. I think that these teams, it's kind of a little bit of a surprise, but we haven't seen a few double commits be brought out, so those rotations in a game as close as this, even just clearing up and cleaning up a few of those rotations, so just one or 2 plays per match can be a little bit cleaner. That could make all the difference in helping to pull out a lead here.
We will see who can limit the double commits, who can limit the mistakes. And in a series this close, those are the little things that can cost you. It's Scorpions and Mammoths. Game 4 of the Fennec Cup kicks off right now as Z Hydra able to clear it. Great steal away by Greed, but it even picks up a demo as well, but it looks like Endercrafter's going to be able to clear it out of there.
Here goes Potato, pushing around the corner, trying to leave it up there for Not Earth. That play isn't going to go forward. Now Not Earth fighting with Z Hydra in the corner. An elevate up there by Sadness is going to help the Scorpions to clear this one out. Back over to the corner. Nice steal away there by Greed. This is an opening for the Scorpions. They just got to center it. Here we go. Not Earth just trying to leave it, but Potato with some nice disruption is going to stop that goal.
Potato waited a little bit too long, so Sadness able to get the dunk right over him. We see another demo come out. Z Hydra centers it up in front of the net, but Potato on the front post. Able to clear that one away. Sadness gets the ball just rolled over them. Shot attempt here for Potato. Gets bumped out of the way. Great play by the Scorpions defense, and that shot barely wide of the net.
Here goes Greed. He's going to leave it up there. Ooh, that 50-50 went in the favor of the Scorpions. The Mammoths actually, it seems like we're doing swapping back and forth between colors every single game here. Now the Scorpions are going to get the clear that they're looking for. Around the corner, and a nice steal there on the corner boost from Z Hydra is going to be leaving the Mammoths with a little less boost to work with here. Z Hydra trying to push it back over to center field. There's a nice play by Sadness, going to drive to the goal by themselves and just off the crossbar and finally rolls in.
No one back for the Mammoth. Scorpions get the first goal of game 4. We'll see if they can add a couple more to their total. Z Hydra off the kickoff. Oh, misses on it. Greed is able to lob it down to the orange corner where Endercrafter was waiting. Scorpion immediately pops it up in the air, but they do get a demo. And that's really not going to matter, though. They just simply regroup, and right now they're just trading blows back and forth. Finally, Z Hydra with a bit of a momentum play there, but unfortunately gets the ball stolen away. And the Scorpions, we do hear another demo come off. Neither team really give it an inch as finally they get it over the orange line into the corner. Sadness is waiting right there, but the ball will get stolen away. Z Hydra, one chance. Not going to be able to complete it.
Scorpions off to the side. Sadness unable to find their clear. Z Hydra's going to try to fight for it. Rotato there, nice shot on goal. A little bit off the crossbar. Unable to find a follow-up there. That's another nicely aimed. It's going to be driven up the center by Greed. Rotato fighting with Z Hydra, who manages to steal it away from him. Now the rest of the Scorpions are going to rotate up the field, trying to find their second goal. But some fierce fighting back by the Mammoths are not going to let them do that easily.
Oh, great touch by Greed to deny a rebound opportunity. Ender's going to center it up, but Z Hydra's going to simply steal it away, and Greed will finish the clear over to the orange side. It's immediately lobbed back. Z Hydra will intercept in midair. Follow up here from Endercrafter. It's wide of the net. Trying to run some interference as well, but not quite able to get there. And now Sadness can look to clear it upfield. Potato will stop that and now go racing down themselves. They're going to send it over to Endercrafter, but his shot is stopped and cleared away. Huge clear by Greed into the other corner.
Nice clear by the Mammoths here. Going to be stopped by Sadness. Tries to get a clear, but it goes off to the side instead. Now Z Hydra is able to find it. Greed looking to elevate up there, but just too many Mammoths to put it by. Nice play there by Endercrafter. Setting it up, letting it waterfall down, but a nice shot by Z Hydra stops it. Rotato going to try again. Shot a little bit off to the right. Unable to get the centering. Picks up the boost in the corner again. Z Hydra off the wall. Rotato sees the opening again, but Endercrafter and Not Earth going back for boost, so you're going to have to wait for another play.
Endercrafter with a nice steal, but the unfortunate thing is the Mammoths are simply running out of time. They're even going to lose a member on that demo as well. 7 seconds left. Sadness looking for the insurance goal, just barely misses it. Z Hydra will steal it away. Now the Mammoths got to go coast to coast in the air. Great opportunity off the back wall. That back pass goes the exact opposite way. I think they will be able to keep it alive. They can. Z Hydra just going to try and spike into the ground. Can't quite finish that yet. Finally, Sadness will do it, and we have ourselves a 2-2 series on the back of a 1-0 win for the Scorpions.
Well, now we kind of basically reset the match again, and we're at a best of 3 now to decide it.
And all of these games outside of game 1, I think, have been 1-goal games. That one just a lone goal early on. No one really scored much after that. A lot of attempts that were easily saved. I'm curious here in game 5, somebody's going to put themselves on match point. Who does it? Because, I mean, these teams feel so close right now, just over halfway through this series, if we do go the full 7.
Well, it definitely seems to be alternating, doesn't it? Scorpions, then Mammoths, Scorpions, then Mammoths. So Mammoths, if the pattern is to hold?
Potentially, I mean, the Mammoths have looked a little bit rusty in that game. They really didn't manufacture that many great offensive chances. Felt like the Scorpions had quite a few more that either hit off the crossbar, but you never know. The Mammoths came out in Game 2, won in an explosive manner. So we will see Game 5, as Jem said. We're basically down to a best of 3 between these two teams. Winner is the Fennec Cup winner, and we kick things off with a pair of demos right in front of us that allows Z Hydra to take possession, gets it around 1, but cannot out-dribble the entire Scorpion or the entire Mammoths team.
Early shot on goal from the Scorpions. Sadness was the one to try to put them into an early lead. Back toward the Mammoths goal. Sadness unable to center it due to some quick playing by Endercrafter. And very nice clear there by Protato. Up the field, Ender to center. Just a little bit too late on that follow-up.
Oh, the goal's wide open. I don't think Greed's going to beat Ender to that ball, unfortunately. Oh, nice pass from Ender down to Not Earth. They'll have a chance to play this rebound. Endercrafter will lob it right in front of the net. It'll waterfall down. A demolition stops the clear attempt, but unfortunately, the Mammoths still can't get there in time. One more chance off the back wall, but an odd angle, and it's cleared away by the Scorpions.
Z Hydra. Oh, what a well-played shot there. That's just about as accurate as you can get.
What a phenomenal touch, as you said, accurate as you can get. Upper right-hand corner, really hard place to make a save. And once again, the Scorpions strike first. We'll see if either team can add a goal, unlike last game where it ended 1-0 in the Scorpions' favor. Not Earth can't quite get to it. Ball bounces away from Protato, who still ends up taking possession at that halfway line. But a great steal by Z Hydra is going to put the ball back on the orange side. Endercrafter can't quite get to it, but a huge clear from Not Earth will prevent any damage from being done.
Around the corner, Protato is going to air dribble it, least back toward midfield. Now Ender is to take control of it, 50-50 in the middle of the field. Gets knocked back toward Mammoth territory, back towards the Scorpions goal there. Mammoths almost had their first goal. Didn't quite work out, but Protato with another nicely placed shot. It's just a bit too high, though. A bit of disruption there onto Z Hydra to keep the Mammoths in the running here. Protato isn't able to win that contest there. Sadness trying to just do a flick into the goal, but is just meeting a bit of opposition from the Mammoths.
Not Earth gets a bit of a clear. Greed will dunk it over Protato. Looking to set up a team, but the ball takes an awkward hop off the wall. Ends up bouncing around Greed's car. Z Hydra will hit it into the corner. Can't quite land on it, however. And that's going to allow Not Earth to attempt to clear. Once again, a dunk by Sadness right in front of the net. Here comes Greed, who's going to sneak it in. And the Scorpions are up 2.
Now we go on to the next kickoff here. A bit of a cheat there by the Scorpions, but runs into the exact same Mammoth there.
Great defense by Endercrafter. Could have been a disastrous kickoff. The Mammoths need something to go their way, though, offensively. That is not what I was talking about. Sadness will build what almost feels like an insurmountable lead at 3-0.
At least with the current pace that we've seen this current match going at, 3-0 is a very surmountable lead here. Insurmountable lead, right? I should say. There goes Not Earth.
Oh, well, an own goal always can change that.
It's a nice start, at least. We'll see how this next kickoff turns out. Goes in favor of the Mammoths. That's a great start. But with a fresh tank of boost, Greed is going to be looking to clear it. Actually, that was Z Hydra trying to clear it, but now Sadness unable, still trying to find their play here. Protato sees the opportunity to keep some side control going, is going to be able to do it. Endercrafter is going to elevate up. We saw a demo there, though, be brought out. I think it was onto the Scorpions.
Well, there's a great chance here for the Mammoths to get this game within 1. They knock Greed out of the way. Not Earth Pops it up in the air, looking to play it themselves. They force out a double commit from Z Hydra and Greed, but there's no one there on the Mammoths. Finally, Protato going to take a shot on net, but Sadness will make the easy save. One last chance here, Not Earth's follow-up will go wide. And unfortunately, the Mammoths are starting to just run out of time. That's a huge demo as well. That's going to take a sizable chunk off the clock by the time the Mammoths respawn are at full strength.
And they're keeping their own control. Greed has to rotate back, though, as Mammoths find a clear. Going to be contesting right there. Still unable. Protato looking to get their goal here. Not Earth. Unable to play it around Z Hydra, who's now going to continue the push up the field. We only have 5 seconds left, and the Mammoths have run out of time really to even this up. So now the Scorpions, they're going to be the ones. Now they have 2 wins in a row here. Definitely seem to have the momentum. There they finally found their goal, but too late.
Well, they'll at least keep the streak alive of every game in the series ever since Game 1, being within a single goal. But as you said, these Scorpions now will have 2 chances to win just a lone game and be crowned our Fennec Cup champions. Get that 3rd place on week 6. And again, those last few games have kind of felt very similar. The Scorpions have a ton of chances. They score at least a few more times than they did in Game 4 and Game 5 with the 3 goals. And the Mammoths, I mean, that was really their first goal in 10 minutes, Jen, because you have to realize the other goal they scored that game was an own goal. The Mammoths offense is unfortunately left to them when they need it most.
Yeah, and it's great disruption and saving by the Scorpions. It just seems the Scorpions are a little bit quicker around their own goal than the Mammoths are. We'll see how the Mammoths can do at this point. They have to defend here and drive it toward the final possible Game 7. We'll see if they can do that.
Right off the kickoff, it goes in the Scorpions' favor. Greed, though, can't stop Endercrafter as Endercrafter goes racing down. Unfortunately, that ball will also get cleared away, and a bit of back and forth early on. Great shot on net. Endercrafter just misses, but the miss turns out to throw everybody off, and somehow the Mammoths score first.
Well, that's definitely the way they want to start out there. As it heads off to the side, and both the players that were ready to cheat immediately went off to the side of the field as well. We're going to see how this turns out as Z Hydra is looking to try to get this shot on goal, but is Not Earth is pushing a great defense here. Rita's going to try to gain control of it. And actually a demo there onto the Scorpions. This could be the Mammoths' opportunity. We'll see if Protato can set this up. But the other members of the Scorpions are able to push it up in the air. Stop that. Oh, but a nice shot there from the Mammoths, almost getting their 2nd goal. Unable to find it, but it really seems like we're seeing a different team. The Mammoths have definitely got a lot of energy and are fighting back to stay alive here.
As we see Protato looking to get that insurance goal. Man, the Mammoths have come so close time and time again. That one rolling on the upper crossbar for about 4 or 5 seconds, Jem, is now, here come the Scorpions on a breakaway. Double commit from the Mammoths, a risky spot to be. They even run into each other in front of the net. The fact the Scorpions were not able to score there is very lucky if you're a Mammoths fan. And now the Mammoths end up turning it. From disaster to celebration for the Mammoths, they get a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's not often that we see matches as close as this. And if the Mammoths do indeed manage to win here, I don't know when's the last time I've seen it drawn out to the 7th game in a best-of-7. Both these teams very evenly matched. Scorpions need to find 2 to equalize this. Z Hydra is going to set it up over toward Greed. Greed can't play around Protato there. Scorpions still manage to maintain control. There goes Z Hydra. Just a little bit off, going to try to do their own follow-up. But it's very slow and well in the realm of Endercrafter here to get his save.
Oh, there's a demolition. The net's wide open. Endercrafter tries to lob it up, but the respawn plus Sadness was able to get back in time. Mammoth still clinging to that 2-0 lead. Ender going to be following right behind Not Earth, looking for a pass right in front of the net. Oh, it's just too far behind them, and an opportunity missed there. Now the Scorpions can look to get back within this game. Greed going to put it in front of the net. Two teammates racing in, but Endercrafter makes a great save. Nobody's front post except Z Hydra ends up making a save for his own team on accident. An awful play there for Z Hydra and the Scorpions.
There's a little shot off to the side there. There goes Protato. Off to the side, Not Earth trying to elevate up, but Greed is just a little bit too fast for him. And Endercrafter toward the goal again. A very clutch save by Z Hydra. Protato is going to just keep kind of a unrelenting shots on goal from the Mammoths here. We're about a minute and a half left in this. 90 seconds left.
Protato pops it up in the air. Gets cleared away by Not Earth. Mammoths pretty comfortable right now with this 2-0 lead. I mean, the Scorpions really haven't got much going. They only have 2 shots to their name. Not Earth trying to add one more goal to really make the Mammoths feel like Game 7 is a possibility. See Hydra missing on that one, but Protato can't get that ball in front of the net. But all of this just burning clock right now. Scorpions trying with the 1-on-3 here from Sadness. But this should be an easy stop for Protato and company. Great dunk away by Greed. Here comes Z Hydra off the back wall. And oh my goodness, they hit the crossbar 4 times, Jim.
But that's still a good thing. I mean, at least it shows, you know, at least it shows you're maintaining the pressure on the other team. The Scorpions are trying to look. It was right in front of the goal there. Unfortunately for the Scorpions, the ball was just still had too much verticality for them to time that out. Protato with a nice deflect off to the side, leaving it up to Endercrafter. Stolen away by Z Hydra. Scorpions need to find their goal here. And what a great clear there. That is probably going to be decisive as we go under 10 seconds left. It looks like the Mammoths have managed to do it. They're going to drive us to the final game. Game 7 coming up here very fast.
I don't know if we've had a single cup game go all 7 games. So it's a great thing to see. You never would have guessed the Mammoths just came off a 4-0 series against the Gators. I mean, they're now playing basically their 11th game of the night, which is crazy to think. But I'm going to put you on the spot, Jim. Nerdies get some immunity from the caster curse. You do not. Game 7, Scorpions, Mammoths. Who you got?
I'm going to go for the Mammoths.
All right. I'll take the Scorpions. That last game, I don't have much confidence because the Scorpions got nothing going. But I feel like when the Scorpions have won, it's felt more dominant. But, man, what a showing by the Mammoths. I mean, just the fact, the tenacity to survive that Game 6. They played a series before this, which is absolutely wild. I can't wait for this Game 7. This may be the most hyped Game 7 we've had in a while in the Esports Tower. I don't even know if we've had a Game 7 in a few months in the Esports Tower. This is really exciting, and this is all for third place. We still have 2 more teams after this. This is a crazy end to our Week 6 Rumble, Jim.
Yeah, it really is a great end here.
Oh, here we go. Somebody's coming home a winner of the Fennec Cup. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be the Scorpions? Will it be the Mammoths? Not Earth. Starting off with a great job right in front of the net. Endercrafter is there off the side wall. Greed will just pop that one up in the air a couple of times. Here comes Not Earth. No one's there in the middle of the map, though, so unfortunately that center goes nowhere.
It seems like both the teams, though, they've been really good as if they're on a loss, it seems like they're very good in between games of fixing up what went wrong and improving. And at least in the first minute, neither of these teams are letting a goal past each other. Of course, the fact that we only really see one shot on goal right now kind of shows the disruption between these two teams.
These teams have both played great defense, as you said, Jim, with the disruption. Chance here for Not Earth, potentially. Ooh, what a great save by Sadness.
Endercrafter is going to leave it for Protato. Protato actually just rotates up the field. Now here goes Not Earth making the play. Around the corner, it's up to Endercrafter.
There
nice.
it is.
Very well executed. Mammoths go into the early lead.
I heard from Endercrafter in a few games and set up their teammates. They get the first goal of Game 7, though. Still plenty of time. The way this series has been going, a 1-0 lead feels almost impossible. These teams have had scoring at a premium, but a great chance here for the Scorpions. Off the back wall, going to get cleared away. The Hydra double clutches it a couple of times. Greed can't get the clear past Not Earth, but it takes a friendly bounce for the Scorpions. Greed now looking to set something up and just sneaks that one in. Not really sure what happened there.
Yeah, it just seems like he was able to play it past the two Mammoths waiting in the goal. And Endercrafter is waiting on the wall for this one. It's going to be taken by Greed. Here goes Not Earth.
Uh-oh.
Well, still in the corner for the Mammoths. Looking for their clear. Going to be denied that by Z Hydra. Now a shot on goal there by Sadness, but is not going to be able to find it. Mammoths still working furiously to get their cleared. Looks like they have been able to break through. But Protato is actually going to rotate back there and gets demoed, actually, so was facing a lot of pressure from the Scorpions, and a very clutch save. Can they do it again? They do it 2 times while they were waiting for Protato to respawn. Absolute amazing defense by the Mammoths.
Bad thing for the Mammoths. What great demo defensively by Z Hydra. Every time the Scorpions have had a chance, it's taken a couple double commits. One of these times, I feel like those double commits might get punished by the Scorpions. Here's a chance, Z Hydra in front of the net. Huge clear by Endercrafter. McGreed is there, gets it around one, gonna get demoed right up on the wall, so Sadness will have to clear it away. 2 minutes left here in Game 7, 1-1 in the Fennec Cup. Who's gonna take it home? Who's gonna take home third place? Greed and company have a great chance to give themselves the lead, but Protato will clear it away right on the goal line.
Sadness with the shot on goal, saved by Endercrafter.
Oh.
Look at Endercrafter with 4 saves this match. He's been insane on the defense for the Mammoths, keeping them in the running, and an attempted goal there by Not Earth. Isn't going to be able to find it, but look at Endercrafter setting it up again for another shot from Not Earth that doesn't make it. Protato's going to try yet again. The Mammoths are unrelenting in their quest here. They're going to try it again. But Sadness may be able to have enough defense to stop the goal.
Sadness now looking for a clear down to Z Hydra. Z Hydra going to peel off towards the mid. Huge clear by Not Earth, but I think Z Hydra retreated in time and is going to get a save on that one. Less than 60 seconds left. Huge clear down by Z Hydra. Protato racing to get there in time and will do just that. Scorpion's able to keep the pressure on. Now it's Not Earth who lobs along, clear down, gets a chance at a clean rebound. That shot's going to squirt wide of the net. Z Hydra plays it around one, looking to play around a second down in the orange corner. Does just that, rolling in front of the net, but Greed shot gets turned away, and we've got 30 seconds left, Jim.
Ooh, and a nice steal of that corner boost by Protato. It's going to help him to rotate back here, but the last 20 seconds, you do not want to have it in your half of the field, so going to be looking for that clear there. He can't rotate in fast enough, and that is probably going to do it. The Mammoths have to get a good kickoff here.
14 seconds. Oh, that's a good one. Greed up in the corner. Gonna get that ball around Protato, around the second member of the Mammoth, stall to Ender, but the ball gets hit the wrong way on the pinch off the wall. Greed's gonna lob it on net, 1 second left. Ender's running out of boost. Can somebody get to the ball? It's Protato off the back wall. They do it!
Oh my goodness!
Not Earth ties this up. And I think we actually are gonna get a kickoff here before overtime. Never mind, it resets for overtime. And unfortunately, this looks like a great opportunity for the Mammoths, but Z Hydra will clear it away. Now in a one-on-one, but Ender's able to make a great save.
Well, could it end any other way than this? It goes to overtime in the 7th and final, but there's the goal from Z Hydra. Man, it was tough to call a winner there, and probably by the closest of margins, the Scorpions win that, but the Mammoths have got to be very proud of their overall performance.
That was a fantastic Fennec Cup. Probably one of the greatest esports tower series we have ever seen between these two teams, and between any team. And congratulations to the Scorpions. You are our third-place team. The Mammoths, I mean, at that point, feels like you just split the bronze medal in half, because those teams were neck and neck the whole way. Game 7 goes to overtime before Z-Hydra wins it. Well, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers. Join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights with our featured Rumbles. Recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. A fantastic series. We'll see what our last series of the night is going to bring. The Lions and Hammerheads competing for the Octane Cup. But before we go there, Jem, we're going to throw it over to Doc Haskell, who sat down with Boise State Bronco Peyton Wayton Wilkins and content creator as well. And Wayton's going to talk about his creation process. Let's hear from them, and then we'll have the Octane Cup right after that.
It's Doc Haskell. I'm sitting down here with Peyton Wayton. We were just talking a second ago about content. You create a ton of content. You've got an amazing YouTube channel. And so the first question is, what does it take for someone to, play at a high level and create content?
Well, there's like kind of a lot of overlapping traits, I'd say, between those two things. Like someone who's going to be successful with content and like actually see results and everything, they have to have like a lot of patience and motivation and everything to see that success, because when you're starting out, you're not going to, like, the numbers aren't going to be there. You have to do it because you actually enjoy it. And similarly with that competitive stuff, no one's going to start playing whatever video game it is just because they want to go pro. Like, they're going to do it for fun, and then eventually they get good enough, and then they see, wait, there's actually a possibility, and they still have to keep that patience and everything and still keep doing it for fun in order to stay motivated through that.
Your videos are really well done. You spend a lot of time in the editing process. I know a lot of people would like to know, how long does it take you from, okay, I'm going to start capturing for this, including all the capture, to the editing to the release? What are the hours typically for a video?
It definitely varies on the video, but on average, I'd say at least like 25 plus hours. So I'm doing one per week, but that also includes doing other things like streaming and everything, because content creation isn't always just about YouTube content. It's also a lot about behind the scenes stuff. I'm always in my content brain, so it's kind of hard to measure that. Whereas, like, how long did it take to come up with that idea? You can't really measure that because I'm constantly thinking about it, and sometimes it just pops in my head, and I just think about it.
What is your process from deciding whether an idea is good enough to actually go through the process of creating?
I have a lot of ideas that never make it to that whole creative process, and the reason is you can come up with a good idea that sounds really good at first, but then you realize that's probably going to make a really good 3 to 4 minute video, which, like, it could still be entertaining, but at the end of the day, that's not going to be as successful as a full-on entertaining thing that's going to keep someone engaged for 10 plus minutes. And that's really what you're going for. So a lot of those ideas don't make it past that first phase.
So for folks,
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back into this broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble. Rocket League Week 6, nearing the end of our Cup games, broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We'll end the night in a battle for the top spot. The Lions and Hammerheads facing off here in the Octane Cup. Fish and Gem calling all of the action. And we get the powerhouse of the Esports Tower in the last few weeks, at least, Gem, the Lions, who have not dropped a game in Week 5 at all. Not dropped a game so far in Week 6, so they had a lot of close games, including needing a goal with 4 seconds left to force overtime, scoring the game-winning goal with 2 seconds left. So they have been very close to the rest of the pack, taking on a Hammerheads team who's in their first Rumble in quite a long time and completely new players since the last time we saw the Hammerheads, and gave the Lions a bit of a run for their money, so this should be a fun one. I don't think this is going to be as Lions dominant as maybe you would think on paper.
Yeah, this was the question that we were asking at the beginning of the night. Is the Hammerheads the new team that is going to sweep it by storm? We're going to find out very shortly here as we get ready for the final Cup match of the night, Lions versus Hammerheads. But before we get to that, I'm sure that we have some tips that we can remind both of these teams, Fish.
Yeah, we can throw it over to Doc's keys of the game before we hop into the Octane Cup. Those are create mistakes, punish the double commit, don't overstay, and bump opponents to disrupt. Doc's Keys, presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. It's time to kick off the Octane Cup with the Lions and Hammerheads and what should be a fantastic series. Remember, the Lions have not dropped a single game in 3 weeks. They're trying to make it look a month straight without suffering a loss, not in a series, but in a single game, and really cement themselves in that upper echelon of current Rumble teams. Meanwhile, the Hammerheads, brand new teams, making their first Rumble appearance, but they're looking to make a statement here in this series, and what better way than to end up on top. I know in Valorant we've had a ton of teams in their first Rumble win the championship. We'll see if that can happen here in Rocket League for the Hammerheads, but we're ready to go, so let's hop into the action. These teams were incredibly close in the group stage. Again, the Lions needed a goal with 2 seconds on the clock to take down the Hammerheads in the highlight game we saw between these two, and right off the start, Thrift thought he had an open goal, but gets turned away. As now we see the Hammerheads driving it up. Tater looking for a goal, but not able to find one.
We are just, oh, nice demo there early in this game. It looks like both teams are now back up to full strength. As Lions look to be setting it up for their first goal. Jababy just trying to waterfall it down, but unable to find the goal. Jababy again is going to be clearing it back over. Leaving it up for Thrift, I believe. But some great disruption by the Hammerheads, still making it hard for the Lions to find that first goal.
Baby's been all over the place on this last 45 seconds, just stealing the ball away. Vibes finally gets a touch on it. There was Jababy once again, bumping people out of the way, popping it up in the air. A couple of members of the Hammerheads go right over it. Thrift sees his opportunity, and Jababy sets up Thrift for the first goal of the game.
Here we go. Ooh, nice shot off the roof there. Going to be pushing it toward the goal. Tater just pushing it off to the side. Oh, nice waterfall down toward the goal. But some nice save by the Hammerhead is going to stop it. But overall, it seems like the Lions have really been maintaining some good side control.
And the Lions looking like that team that is potentially going to go an entire month, 2 straight Rumbles without dropping a game, but it's a long series. They still got to win 4, and the Hammerheads have a chance. Psychosis, who was phenomenal last week, gets that ball stolen away. Now it's up to Thrift, who's had so many great early shots. That one's going to go high and just above the net. He'll Rafe Psychosis back for the ball, but it's Jababy who ends up making the save right on that front post.
Right now, the Lions looking for their clear. Oh, nice shot there. That's going to be the equalizer from Tater, who finds it. That's a great read. And we're back tied even.
Ooh, that's a great kickoff as well. Wild's easily going to make it there in time, though, to make that save. Vibes tries to center it up, but it's Thrift who steals it right over to Jababy. They couldn't have drawn it up any better. The Lions are back in front.
Now we're about halfway through this match. All right. Warp speed, I suppose. We have new warp technology here. But as things settle down, it's going to be the Lions who are facing kind of an onslaught right now from the Hammerheads. Wild's going to be driving it around the corner. Needs to play it around. Jababy trying to keep it going, but looks like Vibes was able to keep the Hammerheads in the running here, and a follow-up again from Tater. Key goal maker for Hammerheads. Ties them up.
2-2. Lions really not able to pull away from it. How dominant has they been? As I said, a lot of their games in Week 6 were very, very close. The Hammerheads are not far behind them. So you get a great demo there. Vibes will respawn. Wild's going to steal it away right in front of the net. Thrift not quite able to make a play on it, however. Jababy has played phenomenal in this game. My goodness, unfortunately a misplay there on a wide open net. Wilds will lob it in, look for the follow-up. Won't be able to find it though.
We hear a demo be brought out. Now it's both teams recover. Lions looking for their goal there, but saved by the Hammerheads. Thrift is trying to get back control of it. Back over to Wilds, who pushes it, but Psychosis gets the save. Quickly answered back by Thrift, though, to put the Lions back in the lead.
Lions have had an answer every time the Hammerheads have scored. We'll see if the Hammerheads can tie this game up one more time. Tater gonna do just that. It's a wide open goal, and for the third straight time, the Hammerheads will answer back quickly after the Lions take the lead.
And there we go. Both of them kind of meet in the center at the same time. It's going to go into Lions territory as Tater with a nice shot on goal there. Saved by the Lions. Vibes still going for it, but it's going to now be driven up the side. Tater looking up the wall. And Psychosis is waiting in center field to take it. Some nice passing play there. Overall, both these teams tied up with less than a minute to go.
Thrift trying to set up a back pass to, wasn't sure who, ends up getting stolen away by the Hammerheads. Now Jababy, who has been really the MVP in this game number 1 for the Lions, trying to dribble it upfield. Ends up just running out of steam, getting stopped there. Now it's up to Psychosis, who tries to pinch it off the ground, but just can't quite execute that. Tater will keep it alive, however, gets stolen away by Jababy. Thrift racing in, ball gets over Psychosis. A great rebound opportunity for Wilds, whose shot is wide of the net. 5 seconds left. Psychosis has a wide open goal in front of him, just has to dribble it in. Jababy will save it and will reset for overtime.
Now here we go, ready for overtime. Psychosis making the play. It's still doable for either team. Wilds is going to keep it in the air. Psychosis waiting. He's going to play it off the wall. What a great clear. Wilds has to go clear long off to the side to get it. And now Tater driving it back up in the Lions territory. I like the play from the Hammerheads. They could do it right here. Follow up. Oh, Psychosis was just facing a little bit too much disruption to get a shot on goal there.
Gets kept alive by Vibes. Psychosis one more time. But Thrift able to make the save on the slow roller. Tater keeping the pressure up for the Hammerheads. Finally a bit of a clear as they bump Psychosis out of the way. Vibes ends up racing in, gets demoed for that double commit. As we see Tater steal Thrift's clear, even trying to use the wall. Hammerheads complete domination here. But Psychosis is out of boost and going to have to retreat. Finally, That buys the Lions enough time as we get a demo that is going to come out onto Wild. Thrift centers it up, but nobody's there in rotation. Psychosis going to steal it away. Here comes Tater, going to rip a shot. Psychosis trying to redirect it, but neither team can convert here, and it gets cleared back to the blue side.
Nice play by Jababy. Lions want to maintain the side control here. They are really good at trying to find goals here. Thrift is just waiting as Jababy is going to let him take control of it in the center, but great play by Tater is going to have to force the Lions to play defense. We're almost 2 minutes into this overtime, really drawn out.
Oh, this could be it. There it is. Wild just kind of brute forces it in. And the Lions will come out on top in a very exciting game number 1, Jem. Again, even though the Lions have looked dominant, this is something I don't want to say I was critical, but a little bit, questioning of. They are very, very close to the rest of the Esports Tower teams. The Hammerheads here in particular, I mean, you would not think the Lions had not lost a game in almost a month. I mean, they have a chance to make that happen if they could win 3 more. But the Hammerheads answered, I think, every single goal the Lions scored, except for, of course, the last one, within like 30 seconds. This is a very talented Hammerheads roster. It's made up of players from outside the Esports Tower clubs invited to play this week, and they're looking very, very strong.
Yeah, it really is amazing how they're able to answer back to this top-tier team and able to pull out an early lead there. So I really put it on the Hammer. It's interesting because the Hammerheads are a group of players that aren't really in Esports Tower. They were actually a group from outside Esports Tower who got invited to play in the – and with them doing as well as they are, I can't help but wonder if we might see more of them in the future.
Yeah, I'm sure their performance this week just to get to the Octane Cup, plus their performance in that first game is reason enough. We'll see if they're able to take a game off the Lions or maybe even win the whole series, as there's still a lot of Rocket League left to be played. But right now, much like we saw in Game 1, it's early domination for the Lions. Finally cleared away as Thrift has to go racing back for it. Will bounce over his head, and a great opportunity here before Jababy rips it clear. Plays that rebound from Tater perfectly as well, but Tater makes a fantastic save. Ball still in front of the net, but Psychosis will be here this time to make that save.
Wild drives it back toward midfield. Lions still maintain their overall push toward Hammerhead's goal. Psychosis, great defense, pushing it back to midfield. Jababy, though, ready to pass it over to the side, though. The pass doesn't work. Thrift isn't going to win that 50-50 either. Both of those flubs give the Hammerheads opportunity here. But still, they haven't found a way to manage to clear it outside their half.
Oh, so close there for the Lions. The other thing that's impressive about the Hammerheads is they have 4 capable members. Vibes, who we saw in Game 1, and Agree, as the Lions score first, has subbed in. We'll see if that sub makes a difference, but much like Game 1, it's the Lions who strike first.
Kickoff, Tater gets the better of that one. Agree's going to follow right after it. It's knocked back toward midfield. Now over to the side. Tater isn't going to be able to meet that, so just waits on the ground. And Sao trying to pinch it off the wall, but got beaten to the ball by Jababy, I think. And now Thrift has it wide open, but doesn't really have a whole lot of boost, so can't make the play that he was looking for.
Oh, Agree misses on that one. Boost levels for both teams pretty low. Wild's finally able to get a full boost somewhere on the map. Tater now racing up the field, looking to send it over to a teammate, but will just lose the dribble on the ball. Agree gonna try and play it over to Psychosis. They send it up for Tater. That shot turned away, but it's still a scary thought. Jababy actually will miss on that. But in the end, the Lions will find the clear. Now Wild's looking to make a play. Will slow this one down and ends up getting stolen away. The Hammerhead's not going to fall for that.
Tater sees an opportunity there, but a little bit of a fake out from the Lions is going to stop him. Tater is going to rotate back very quickly here, but is unable to play around Jababy, who is able to push it back up toward the goal. Psychosis looking for the clear off the wall. It's going to force the Lions to rotate back. Wild's great clear. Runs right into Psychosis. Ball just kind of wanders off to the side there, and a demo there that might give the opportunity. Looks like Hammerheads have been able to clear out, but they aren't able. Again, it seems like Jababy is the one to get these clears that push the Lions, or at least keep them in the lead.
Oh, Wilds is going to have a great opportunity. Just hits the crossbar. So the Lions can't get that insurance goal they'd probably like to have. Thrift with a great waterfall in front of the net, but it'll be cleared away by Agree. Here comes Wild one more time. And it's Tater who will stop this one from rolling into the net. Jababy will keep it alive. Side control has been all Lions. They just can't find the back of the net. It's Psychosis clears it up and keeps the Hammerheads' chances alive for another overtime.
Ooh, right in front of the Lions' goal. A very quick clear out is going to have Psychosis chasing after it. It's going to be up to Thrift here, I believe. But unable, a great play around by Psychosis, and Psychosis was just way too fast for the Lions. Just played around all of them, and the goal that was left open by that was able to capitalize on.
Now we'll see if either team can score in the final 60 seconds. Oh, Psychosis with a huge clear. Gonna have a one-on-one in the air. And Psychosis gets there first. And they have a 2-1 lead for the Hammerheads.
And gets the better of that kickoff too. Psychosis is really on a roll right now. He's gonna be able to stop that clear as now is going back to try to get another goal. Saved by Jababy. As Wilds pushes it up the field. Psychosis again taking it away from the Lions. Just needs to run out the timer or get an insurance goal here. Almost able to do that, but a bit of disruption from Wilds is going to be able to keep that goal at bay.
Oh, Jababy not quite able to spike that down. 30 seconds left. Huge clear by the Hammerheads. And Wilds, oh, can't quite play it off the ceiling. Thrift gonna bounce it right to the midfield, but a great defensive play by the Hammerheads. 15 seconds left. Tater gonna lob it on net, and that will probably do it. And remember, for the Hammerheads, gets on the board, and they look like they're gonna end the Lions' unbeaten streak here and tie this series up.
Especially with one of the Lions getting demoed there off of that kickoff. The Lions are just going all in here, trying to get a goal. They are going to be unable to do it as the Hammerheads get control. They almost score another insurance goal themselves, and are going to be evening the series up.
1-1, Hammerheads will stop the Lions' unbeaten streak. Though I'm sure at the end of the day, the players from the Lions will tell you that the goal was to win the Octane Cup. So I'm sure they're still feeling very confident. A great performance by the Hammerheads. And these last two series have really shown just how close the Esports Tower is. I mean, goals are at a premium here, Jem. 3 goals feels like that's going to win you 90% of games here tonight. So I'll be curious to see, because, I mean, the Lions struck first and then just got nothing for the next 4 minutes. There's some fantastic defense by the Hammerheads.
Yeah, and it really seemed like Psychosis was the main difference. Really just came alive getting a goal back-to-back and then winning that crucial kickoff toward the end. A really star player for the Hammerheads.
We'll see what Psychosis can do, and if the rest of the team and Tater and Agree can come through and make a big play as Wilds gets a huge clear over to Thrift. And for the 3rd straight game, the Lions strike first.
That's got to be a good way to recover there. We're going to see Hammerheads, though, really good at winning a lot of these kickoffs. Wilds plays it off the wall. It's going to be left to Psychosis, who is able to get the tap on it. Jababy plays it around Psychosis toward the goal, and it just sort of dribbles in. An unfortunate just kind of mispositioning there from the Hammerheads.
Lions, one more, and like I said, you unofficially pretty much win the game because goals have been at a premium. A lot of bumping going on between these two teams. Is Jababy now racing up, trying to outrun Tater, and will do just that. Though Agree will find the clear ball in front of the net. Unfortunately, Thrift was just a little too far back. Jababy will even hit the crossbar, and the Lions' dominant side control has started here in Game 3, Jim. We'll see if they can add another goal as Jababy centers it to nobody.
Now it seems like the rest of the Lions, though, are ready to make the plays happen. But Tater with some great play around them, and has to be Psychosis again.
That's a great
This
shot.
is kind of what we saw last game, too. It was they were back 2 goals, and a goal from Psychosis really started on an avalanche for the Hammerheads. We'll see if this turns out any different. Zagree is ready. A nice steal away by Jababy. Jababy looks so dominant in the last few weeks in the Rumble and has really been standing out in his individual play.
Game 1 was all Jababy. Game 2, potentially Jababy. The Lions have also had some very creative kickoffs. We see there ends up taking quite a while for somebody to eventually hit that one. Thrift tried to air dribble it on net, couldn't quite find it. Wild to play it off the wall. Nice dodge on the demo attempt there. Jababy's going to lob it over to Wilds. Wanted to try and spike Tater out of the air, couldn't find it. Thrift, just enough elevation to clear that ball out of harm's way.
Now Jababy pushes it off to the side, gets demoed for their troubles. But a nice clear by Thrift. And a demo back onto the Hammerheads is going to even that up. The Hammerheads now are going all up the side, trying to find their next goal. Psychosis with a great shot on goal is going to be saved by Jababy. Now heads over to Wilds, who sees a pretty open goal, is going to take a shot off the crossbar, doesn't make it. Gets cleared back out by the Hammerheads. Stopped, though, in midfield by the Lions.
Woo!
Nines, ooh, in a dangerous spot there. It bounces off their crossbar. And there goes Thrift with the clear.
Oh, great center to try to get it to Jababy, but it does get turned away. It did sound like we heard a demo potentially in the net. And Jababy can't quite convert on that pass attempt either. Going to steal that boost away from the Hammerheads. Thrift going to lob it down, but Agree will stop that. Jababy getting bumped around a little bit by Tater there, right in front of the net. And Tater puts themselves in a great position on that front post to make a fantastic save.
Wilds looking for the play there. That looks like it might have been from a bit of Hammerhead disruption too. The ball took was just kind of pinched out, very high speed there. Now another play by Jababy. Tater's going to elevate up, push that over to the side. It's up to Wilds here, who's going to set it up. Jababy looking for the goal, but unfortunately got away from him. The Hammerheads go in. Psychosis with the air dribble toward the goal. Disrupted by Thrift and push over to the side.
Oh, Jababy, great touch down to Wilds, who plays it off the wall pretty perfectly, honestly. And now it's Jababy in the corner. Gets it around one, but did get knocked off the ball and lost their momentum. So now Tater can try and get the Hammerheads within one, but gets demoed from behind by Jababy. And that's going to kill that possession before it even begins.
There goes Tater again. 1 minute left. Not out of the realm of possibility for the Hammerheads, but an insurance goal here would be great as Jababy looking to make the play, but just unable to waterfall it down quickly enough. It just hits the upper left corner. Psychosis elevates up with a nice little tap toward the goal. Wilds answers that back. Pass back over to Jababy as they push it up. Got to play it around Tater here. Unable to do that. Tater, great defense for the Hammerheads.
Thrift gets a steal away, ends up tapping it in. And with 25 seconds left in a 3-goal lead, the Lions regain form, and it looks like they're going to eventually win this game 3 in about 24, 25 seconds.
Most likely, Agree is unable to pinch that off at the angle that they wanted to. And Tater is able to drive it slightly into Lion territory, but it's answered back by Thrift. And I think that is going to be it. Lions now go into a 2-1 lead. It seems like they've regained their footing and are now back on track.
That was really the first dominant game of the series. The first two were very close, but I mean, that one the Lions took a lead early. They had pretty dominant side control for most of the game, never even let the Hammerheads really even sniff a comeback. And what do the Hammerheads need to do here to figure things out? Because, I mean, Jababy, Wilds, and Thrift basically lived on that blue side and were just ripping shot after shot after shot, and the Hammerheads very rarely could even get a chance to breathe.
Yeah, well, it seems like when Jababy and Wilds and Thrift, when they all have room to breathe, you can expect them to make these great plays. You know, we saw Jababy kind of do a backwards flip in midfield to kind of get one of those goals there. So I think the main thing is kind of working on that disrupting these players before they can make the great shots that we know they're going to make. And just a little bit more of that bumping and demoing might be the key there for the Hammerheads to regain their ground.
Well, let's get into Game 4. Can the Lions get to match point, or will the Hammerheads pull off another victory? They're the only team to beat the Lions in the last month. We'll see if they can do it again. As the Lions have struck first in 3 straight games, they look to do it again here with more great side control. Shot from Jababy's going to go wide of the net. Agree looking to carry it out. Passes it over to Psychosis. Gets stolen away by Wilds. Off the back wall, popped up in the air. Jababy will win that one, but will get demoed. There's some of that disruption. I do not know how that ball did not score unless Thrift ended up touching it and basically saving the ball from going in. That looked like that was a great shot from Wilds.
Ooh, and a shot there from Agree toward the goal. Almost put the Hammerheads into an early lead. It's not going to work out. Tater now driving it back. Gonna have to chase it back toward Hammerhead's territory. Lions are looking for their next play here. Nice stop there by Jababy. But Wilds, it looks like, got demoed there. Now respawns. Now Lions are gonna be ready to make their play. Runs right into Agree there. A bit of demo bumping back from Psychosis too. Seems like the Hammerheads are just a little bit flat-footed right now.
Oh, Agree's got an opportunity here, but it immediately is stolen away. Psychosis at least able to keep it out of the Lions' hands for a moment. Thrift gonna pop it up in the air. Wilds can't get there in time, but the ball's still on the blue side. Finally, Psychosis with a moment of clear, but immediately it's turned away by Thrift, and he'll put the first goal on for the Lions for the 4th straight game.
Well, the benchmark is about a 3-goal lead, so if the Lions can get about 2 more goals, then they'll be looking really good for an opportunity to get a win here. Right now, they're going to have to play a bit of defense. Jababy stopping that from being centered. It's going to go right towards center field. Nice steal away again from Jababy from Tater, but looks like Agree was waiting there to try to keep it going. But now look at Thrift here. Unable to find the follow-up. And a demo there onto the Hammerheads. I think that could be the opportunity it's going to have to face fresh off the respawn. Jababy is able to play it around Hammerheads. Psychosis is going to be looking to set this up here. Agree shot on goal, not going to find it.
Wilds and Jababy racing down. Jababy going to pass it over to Thrift. What a marvelous setup. And as we hit the halfway point of Game 4, the Lions have a 2-0 lead.
Ball high up in midfield. Agree going to be the one to take possession of that. Jababy tries to play it around the corner. Had all the Hammerheads circling around him, though. And Wilds unable to find the clear. Now the clear goes through. Goes back to pick up some boost, but Jababy gets it stolen away from him. Pushes it way back toward the Lions' goal. It seems like the Lions have plenty of time to recover here. Got back their side control as Thrift pushes it just a little bit too high and up to the left. As Wilds goes toward the goal, and follow up there by Thrift. And that's the key 3-goal lead that I think makes it very likely Lions are going to win this.
All 3 goals from Thrift. Who's put on quite a performance as well alongside Wilds and Jababy. Maybe even looking to add a 4th. Jababy accidentally saves that one for the Lions. And we'll see if Agree and Psychosis are able to look for a clear. Thrift barely lets that ball roll onto the orange side. Wilds going to rip a shot. Great save right by the front post. Unfortunately, though, for the Hammerheads, they need more than saves. They need offense right now. As Tater and Wilds going to collide into each other. Off the backboard, Wilds going to hit off the top of the crossbar. Taters can't quite jump to the ball, runs out of boost, does recharge, but unfortunately can't maintain possession.
I think once the timer passes by a minute, which it's about to here, and with that 4th goal, definitely, I think the Lions got it.
Thrift putting on an MVP performance, his 4th of the game. Agree with a nice little win on the kickoff. Gets bumped out of the way. If we drop under 60 seconds, I'm right there with you, Jem. I think the Lions are going to pick this one up and move on to match point, but maybe the Hammerheads have a crazy rally still left in them. Psychosis trying to start it off, gets cleared away. Agree will just tap it on net, but not going to be able to get close enough. Setting it up for Tater, who, at least for now, will keep the Hammerhead slim chances alive.
Isn't out of the realm of possibility. With a kickoff win here, the Lions just need to bleed like 10, 15 seconds back off the timer, and it's pretty much a sure thing for them. Almost getting their final goal there, and that definitely 4 goals in 34 seconds, I don't really think is that doable.
You'd have to start with a crazy kickoff goal, and if Tater had got that, they might have had a chance, but I think that clear will pretty much do it here for game 4. Jababy going to hit off the crossbar. Wilds ends up hitting it to Jababy, who I think got bumped into that ball, but he'll take credit for it. 6-1, and now it's just a formality, and we wait for the clock to hit zeros, and we can officially credit the Lions with this win here in this game and going up 3-1 in the series.
Right now, Agree trying to find their clear is going to be able to push it off to the side. 5 seconds left. And that's going to do it. Lions, as long as they let it touch the ground here, they will have their win. There it goes. And I just got to say here, Fish, the main stat that I kind of tallied up there before that ended, the difference in shots on goal, the Hammerheads had 3, the Lions had 14 for that last game. So they were in control basically the whole way through.
Yeah, I mean, Thrift outscored, outshot the Hammerheads there, picking up 4 goals and I think 5 or 6 shots for himself. So we'll go to game 5. The Lions just simply need one more victory to be crowned Octane Cup champions. They did have their winning streak come to an end, but they have come back with a vengeance. But early on, Psychosis and Tater looking to set something up in front of the net. The Lions will just simply pinch it away. Vibes now back in for Agree. Will not be able to handle that ball off the ceiling, so Thrift is going to be able to clear it around, but Psychosis immediately turns it back. Has a great chance to set up a teammate. Tater pops it up high in front of the net, but it's just off to the side. And a couple of misses, but Vibes and company never took advantage.
There we go, pushing it off to the side. Goes back toward midfield. Looks like Agree there. Trying to push it, but it's actually going to be... Actually... Yeah, it looks like actually we have had the swap out, yeah. Agree being rotated out in favor of Vibes here. We'll see what Vibes can do. Right now, 1 minute has passed and no goal really for either team. Lions have the control though. Side control at least. Are going to let Tater try to get the goal in just a very effortless steal away from him. Look at Wilds, who did quite a play there.
Wilds had any help, that would have been a goal. As Tater's going to lob it down, gets stopped by Wilds in front of the net. Now Thrift can go racing up the field. Gets it past 1. Looking to get it past the second. Right in front of the net, but Wilds can't quite find it there as Jababy will come up from the net and clear it onto the other side for just a moment.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The Lions, Jababy has really just stayed in the net the whole time, and it's just letting Thrift and Wilds try to get the goals. And when you think, oh, I think we might have had a rule 1 in the corner, that nope, okay, it's gotten cleared up. But just basically having Thrift and Wilds just by themselves, you know, 2 fighting against 3 and still managing to get this many shots on goals. They've gotten 5 so far as we're about halfway through. Really just shows how well the Lions are doing.
Oh, Wilds with another fantastic seal. Tater keeps the possession up for the Hammerheads, but there is Thrift. And Jababy in front of the net watching that front post. Gonna just simply clear that away from Vibes. And now Psychosis trying to keep it alive. Doesn't quite get probably the best touch. There's Jababy in the net. Does get demoed by Psychosis, but was able to make the save. Wild sneaks it past a member of the Hammerheads. Going to center it up for Thrift, who ended up retreating there. And the Lions maybe getting a bit too cautious here in Game 5.
Well, I suppose when you just kind of hang out in front of the goal in one place, it does make you an easier target for a demolition. But right now, there's another save by Jababy, leaving it for Thrift now, who's able to beat the Hammerheads to that 50-50. This goes in favor of the Lions, who are now looking for this goal. Wild's trying to set it up. Unable to do so. The Psychosis clears. You know, I wonder if this isn't a strategy for the Lions. I'm just having to speculate here because the way Jababy is just hanging in front of the goal, this is just a very passive mode of play. So I wonder if the Lions are just so confident that they think they can just kind of run out the timer and... What, are you kidding me? That was just a save that turned into a goal from the opposite side of the field.
Who had the man who was sitting in their goal doing nothing but making saves as the first one to score a goal. Thrift will quickly follow that one up with a second. And now there's a perfect opportunity for the Lions' plan to basically work to perfection because the Hammerheads need 2 goals in the next 70 seconds. As Jababy going to leave it for Wilds, but Tater will make a fantastic save.
And now up through the corner there. There goes Wilds. Over to Jababy. I think it's going to be very hard for the Hammerheads to get a goal at this point, considering how passively and defensively the Lions have been playing, and yet they're still in a 2-goal lead. So at this point, this one more would do it.
Wow.
Be able to save that despite getting bumped into by the Hammerheads.
That was a fantastic play. Tried to pre-jump the demo just in midair. 30 seconds left, and yeah, it's going to be hard for the Hammerheads to score because Jababy is a defensive force back there. Who would have known? Ball does get stolen away. There's a demo onto Wilds. Jababy will leave the safety of the goal for a brief moment. Unfortunately, Psychosis and Tater end up running into each other. And that's pretty much going to do it here. Maybe the Hammerheads can score right there and had a kickoff attempt, but with 5 seconds left, the Lions will crown themselves as Octane champions once again and will remain as the top esports tower team with a pretty dominant 4-1 win over the Hammerheads.
Yeah, a great job overall, especially I think you could see in that final game. They were just so confident in their abilities. They just let Jababy hang out in the goal and just let 2 players play offense, and they still managed to get a win, with one just being a save from Jababy that just happened to be perfectly aimed from the other side of the field. So great job by them.
Well, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured Rumbles, recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Well, as we wrap things up, congratulations to our Lions and Scorpions, as well as the Hammerheads picking up 2nd place. The Mammoths and Gators following 4th and 5th overall. Phenomenal night of Rocket League. The Lions establishing themselves as the top dog, though a lot of those games were very close. And as we prepare to transition into our ICCU Player of the Game Gem, there's a lot of deserving nominees. Who have you narrowed it down to?
I think a top person in the running is going to be Thrift. I mean, he was so insane, especially when, he was able to outscore the Hammerheads just as a team in one round. And then in that final game when he and Wilds just playing as a duo, essentially, against the Hammerheads and still managing to get the victory, I think he was such a great offensive player with so many goals that I wouldn't be surprised if it was him.
I think Jababy and Thrift from that last series especially, but you know what? I mean, we saw the Mammoths a couple times. They won the Breakout Cup and had a crazy game in the Fennec Cup against the Scorpions that went all 7 games, went to overtime. And, I think we might get a throwback. I think Not Earth was phenomenal in a lot of those games, so I would not be shocked if we see that for the player of the game. We'll find out here in just a few moments who it is going to be. And it looks like you are going to be right, Jim. It will be Thrift, who had a phenomenal performance here in our Octane Cup to help guide the Lions to the victory.
Yeah, he was just so great with really amazing, well-placed shots there. And I think as this goes on, you're just going to see more and more how he started off great, and then toward the last few games, it just went crazy in the amount of skill level he was able to reach.
Well, congratulations to Thrift. You are the ICCU Player of the Night, brought to us by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful. Just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success, Thrift is your Idaho Central Credit Union Player of the Night for our Week 6 Esports Tower Rocket League Rumble Cup games. Phenomenal effort by him, Wilds, and Jababy, helping keep the Lions atop the Rumble scoreboard and making everybody else basically chasing their brake lights, if you will. Well, let's prepare to wrap this one up, and when we close out this, we look ahead to Week 7. Your final thoughts and big takeaways on Week 6 Cup games, Jim.
Well, if we think back to the Mammoths, who we saw for 2 of the matches tonight, one of the things that the coaches said that they were most kind of working on is trying to improve their passing play and team play. And I think the Lions are kind of a great example of what happens when you're able to pass the ball to each other so effectively. You get these great offensive duos like Wilds and Thrift, and with Jababy thrown in as well, they're near unstoppable, still remain undefeated overall in terms of overall championship matches. So definitely shows why we talk about a lot of these fundamentals. They lead to some of these great plays when they're at the top level.
And the coaches tell us the Lions are not satisfied with the success. They want to keep dominating. They do not want to let this hold over the Rumbles slip out of their grasp, because the Hammerheads are very close, and I know the Scorpions in last week's group stage played them very close as well. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and congratulations to all of this week's teams for strong performances. This week was jam-packed with exciting moments, with new teams heading to the top of the Rumbles, players making huge improvements, and of course the Lions finally losing a game, but not a series, and remaining undefeated, I believe, for the entire month of November in overall series. Join us next week for the 7th week of the Fall Rumble season. Congratulations once again to the Lions and everybody else on their performances in Week 6. We'll close it out now with the top 5 presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams out there. Here are your top 5. We will see you next week. Have a happy holidays and enjoy these top 5 plays from Week 6 of our Rocket League Rumble. Ooh, what a great save by Sadness.
Endercrafter is going to leave it for Protato. Protato actually just rotates up the field. Now here goes Not Earth making the play. Around the corner, it's up to Endercrafter.
There
nice.
It is.
Very well executed. Mammoths go into the early lead.
I heard from Endercrafter in a few games and set up their teammates. They get the first goal of Game 7, though. Still plenty of time. The way this series has been going, a 1-0 lead feels almost impossible. These teams have had scoring at a premium, but a great chance here for the Scorpions. Off the back wall, going to get cleared away as the Hydra double clutches it a couple of times. Greed can't get the clear past Not Earth, but it takes a friendly bounce for the Scorpions. Greed now looking to set something up and just sneaks that one in. Not really sure what happened there.
Yeah, it just seems like he was able to play it past the 2 Mammoths waiting in the goal. And Endercrafter's waiting on the wall for this one. It's going to be taken by Greed. Here goes Not Earth.
Uh-oh.
Well, still in the corner for the Mammoths. Looking for their clear. Going to be denied that by Z Hydra. Now a shot on goal there by Sadness, but is not going to be able to find it. Mammoth still working furiously to get their cleared. Looks like they have been able to break through. But Protato is actually going to rotate back there and gets demoed